Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother,
Mods,
what's up, man? How
change
you
the
doing,
title
man?
to it. I'm about to let my mods know. Change the title to "An aggressive woman is always submissive to a man." That's the title for the show today, and it's definitely a topic I wanted to attack and get into because, recently I watched a stream where a friend of mine was on there, and it was a woman, and she's from Philly or whatever. But I don't know if you know about northeastern, women, Steve, but they had this reputation for being aggressive. Right. Aggressive, masculine, and all types of things, and which is relative, obviously, because compared to another area, somebody may be nice. They always talk about the southern hospitality and things of that nature. But what a lot of guys don't realize is, no matter how masculine or aggressive a woman is, watch her boss call her on the phone. She will go from yelling at your soft ass to, "Hey, oh, no, I can't come to work today." The same woman which you conceptualized as some sort of monster or a demon is still a woman at the end of the day and still can be, respectful. And all of these qualities we associate with a submissive and respectable woman. Oh, my fault, Steve, if we was going to do introductions. I hop right into it.
Oh, no, hop into that. No, we good. We hopping into it. Go, brother, go.
Yeah. But when I think of an aggressive woman or an overly masculine woman, there's no fear or doubt or concern in my heart to her relationship with me, because there's a certain way I communicate with people. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man or, whatever the case may be. And when you set that bar and that standard with your own demeanor, with your own behavior, tone of voice, eye contact, and you do nothing but respectfully expect that back, that whole idea of aggression and submission is, you realize it's more in your control than you think it is, than you think it's not.
No, I feel you with my hands and my feet. It seems like it's the newest thing that just because she's aggressive or she seems to be aggressive, that she has to be aggressive to everybody else. And you've hit the nail on the head. I've been saying this since like the late 90s that, she can be aggressive to everybody, but when she gets to the job, she calms herself down because she realizes if she doesn't maintain a sense of respect in that job, she's fired. But when we're talking about what we're talking about right now is that, aggressive women, I always say, and no disrespect to women, but they're like wild animals. I mean, they're like wild. I mean, they're like, it's like a wild.
Mel, call in and be honest and talk to Steve. Steve gonna give it to you real. On God, Steve got the game. A lot of
women just are not trained by a man. They are trained to be aggressive.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the person TyKwonDoe that they're dealing with has issues himself. So what do you think happens when a woman runs up on an average guy who has the same feminine emotions as the woman? Then that woman must then take the role of the man and must train the man and then be the aggressor. And then when she lets him go, one leaves, one comes right back in. What say you, my brother?
I mean, no, it's funny how they think that these situations are new or foreign or unheard of to us, because the same way you just described it is exactly how these situations tend to go. Those qualities that she senses in herself and you as a man. And Chad, this is the reality of a lot of life that you have to realize. Based on your ethnicity, your gender, your height, your shape, your tone of voice, your icon, the world will judge you and perceive you as it chooses to. It is in your own personal and individual choice to create who you want to be and stand on that regardless of what the world thinks or expects from you. Now, best case scenario, your expectations from yourself are already so high that it doesn't matter what the world expects from you and wants you to be, because you already expect more from yourself. For example, a lot of guys worry about being tested by women. I test myself every day. I push myself every day. There's no opponent. There's not a thing I've met in my life that pushes me or attacks me better than me. So a test is that only show is to show her who I really am, and I should already be being that if I'm authentic. This is not a case of impressing or trying to pretend to be somebody. It's just about being real and raw. And I tie that into an aggressive woman being submissive, because you guys are fantasizing over a submissive woman, but you are a submissive man. You're a submissive thinker. You're submissive behaviorally. You are so easily influenced by anything and everything in your environment. Why would a woman come into contact with you and in bare minimum respect you?
Dog, one cannot ask for submission of a woman when he cannot submit himself. So many of these young men out here don't even have personality traits. They don't know how to communicate.
I appreciate that, Mo.
They don't know how to delegate. They don't know how to affect change and even affect change in a woman. Not even, listen, here's the thing. This is where people get it wrong.
Right, man,
we don't ever go to a woman and say, this is what you have to be. But they will recognize that they have no choice to be that if they want to be around us. We don't force them to say, listen, I'm a man, you got to follow what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that when you're lucky enough, keyword, when you're lucky enough to get around me, that I am all things. See, like you and I talked about this yesterday, Ty, you and I have reached, we're at what I call core mindset. The depth in which we are so great that the woman will submit to us because we are saying that we can take you somewhere else you've never been before. But if you want to keep up with those surface dwellers, go right ahead, because what she does to them is none of my business. It's all about what she's going to do to me. But it's most importantly, what do I demand of myself to ask of her? What say you, my brother?
I'm gonna add that somebody said that they can't hear me in the call line.
They can't hear you?
Yeah.
Let me see in the call line.
Like you know how the callers can hear both of us talking?
Both of us talking.
They said they can't hear me.
All right, let me double check that. Go ahead, Ty.
But I'm gonna pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up.
You pick up, but I'll work on that. Go ahead.
But yeah, what I was gonna say to that, for those that can hear us on the YouTube end, just to be sure y'all can hear us on the YouTube end, correct? Let me know, guys. I don't want to
All right, I'll look at
continue and not everything not messed
you
up.
Good. I'll work. I got it.
All right. I think they can hear me on your YouTube stream, just not the call lines. So I don't know. I don't know how that connects.
Don't worry. I'll make the call and set it up the way I did before. So
all right, bet. But yeah. So to add on to this, guys, y'all need to understand where this foundation starts. It does not start. See, y'all think the problem begins in the circumstance where the problem is exposed. And what I mean by that is, you think you have a problem with aggressive women. That is not the case. You have a problem with yourself, and it is being exposed by an aggressive woman or by a woman who is more masculine and is more firm than you as a man. And what y'all do with these situations is y'all blame everybody and anything but yourself. Because what y'all don't realize is, what is the common denominator? And it's in the pictures 9 times out of 10, always bigger than that one situation. I can guarantee you, it's never just that one situation. It's never just that. But if you miss the bigger picture, you won't begin to connect the dots and draw them back to yourself to say, well, who do I need to become? How do I need to change? And what is really at the core of the reality I am facing as a person? So I say that to say, you interact with a woman, she talks to you any kind of way, disrespects you any kind of way, whatever the case may be. I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10 that I can point to multiple different people in your life who probably do the same thing. Whether it's your peers, the people at your work, your boss, family. Because what you need to realize, how you do anything is how you do everything. You just may not be self-aware enough to see the trend line or see the pattern going on. Until, like I said, you get faced with a situation or circumstance which forces this problem to manifest or be shown or exposed. You say that, Steve?
No, try it now. Well, yeah, the person's not on there. Whoever called in is not there anymore, so we won't know until someone calls in. But
all right.
But getting back to what you're saying as we continue this is that it's hard to demand from a woman or anybody to say, okay, look, you have to submit to me, when one cannot even submit to himself. As far as, okay, I have to set the tone, and it's not just the tone. My tone is not set with a woman. She has nothing to do with my tone. My tone is set.
Steve, you hitting it on the nose. Submit to myself.
I will
Come on.
always, yeah, that's what we do. That's why this is why we are what we are, because we make everything about us. The world is about us. How we move is about us. I am not here to ever have to explain myself to anybody or anything. But the thing is, if you want my time, if you want my attention, Ty, this is the thing that I can't even show because there's another thing on there. But if you want my time, my attention, my curiosity, my respect, and what's between my legs, so that you must show me that you're worth that. I mean, you don't get in the door just by looks. And see, what women do is they know if they can get in the door with just their looks, they know they don't even have a respect for that person who is demanding things. I mean, they don't even demand. They're happy, Ty. I'm happy that I have a woman messaging me. I'm happy, and I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to upset her. And the woman doesn't want that. She wants a man, my brother. What say you, man?
I actually have a question now, Steve, because I have to say this before I go in on my point. How deep do we want to go today? Chat, drown. Everybody in the chat room. Y'all want to drown? Y'all ready to drown today?
Drown them, man.
Y'all ready to drown today? Because we about to go off the cliff. We are about to dive. Because, Steve, if I qualify her based on her appearance, or who I think she is based on that appearance or my perceptions or relations to that reality, when is she attractive to my mind's eye? How is she attractive to my soul? Ooh. To my state of being? Where does that level of attraction begin? And when you realize that your core and who you are as a person is more impacted from the inside out, not the outside in, that's when everything around you, your relationships with women, your relationships with your family, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with the results that you face in your life, will start to bow down to you, because you are so clearly aligned in yourself as an individual that you will fall into your arms willingly and submittingly. And there is a sort of overbearing confidence that you have from that, a certain poise that you get, because even in circumstances of anxiety or stress or uncertainty or the unknown, guess what you do know? That I am the one. I am the one I can trust. I don't know what's going to happen when I try this new business or I invest in that house or that property, but I know I am the kind of individual who makes risk or the odds go not against me, but in my favor in any situation or circumstance I am in, because I calculate all contingencies until these are going along the lines of according to how I want them to go. And even still, I bet or gamble on my own, on myself. Come on, Steve, man. We diving deep, man. We drowning today.
We're diving so deep because what they don't overstand, not even understand. We're gonna overstand this one. What they don't overstand in all of this is that they cannot accept that women love our kind. They love us for not what we are. They love us because we don't love them. They love us because she is not sexy to me. She is not beautiful to me. She's not desirable to me. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. I'm desirable. And when I deem her those things, she will become those things. But she does not get those things just because she shows up and looks good. So when she sees that in a man, she knows that the standard is different. Thus, the rules are different. But the rules are based off of my chessboard. I create the rules. I create my world. I create my standard. And if she doesn't want to be involved, then there's the door, because you are replaceable. You are just a little of my time right now, because you have not proven any worth and value. So instead of that attitude, why don't you take that attitude energy and vacuum that floor? Why don't you take that attitude energy and wash that dish over there, or fix my bed, or cook me a meal, and maybe you'll get some of my time. And I'm not even sure you'll get my time if you do that. because see, what the people don't understand is I'm a game changer. You're a game changer, but we change the game for ourselves, not for the woman, Ty.
Steve, we just play such a different game that I'm going to have to touch base to try to make it relatable in the sense that people can follow what's going on. So let me knock your heads off one more time. There's a certain concept called transmutation, which is when you change, like just think of transformation, or changing one substance to another thing. You transmute it, right? So that same aggression which you are complaining that a woman is, she's aggressive, she's masculine, she's that. I am an opportunist. I am an opportunity. I only see what could be because what is already is intertwined between that, because I'm such a creative person. I see that the fact that she is an aggressive and what I would like to call an expressive or passionate person, I will transmute that from a disrespectful and hostile manner to, how about, let's be passionate in finding out who we are. Let's be passionate in finding your edge. Let's be passionate in exploring your sexuality. Let's be passionate in putting our minds together on something useful and something of some substance. I don't argue with people. I don't use my time in that manner. I don't use my energy or mind in that matter. It is beneath me, and I'm not afraid to say it. I don't have time for that. So if someone wants to go against the grain, fight, argue, be whatever they want to be, so be it. But over here, I do things a certain way. I have an empire and a legacy I'm trying to build. I got goals I'm trying to get to. I am too serious about my life that I don't have time for that. I don't play around like that. And guys, this doesn't mean I'm stale as a chip or something like that. I have fun. I'm sarcastic all the time. I find humor in any situation. But when it comes to my divine purpose and when I'm serious about my life, I don't play with that.
Right. I'm and the beauty about what we are is what women see in us when they are lucky enough, and gentlemen, the key word is lucky enough, to get a little pinch of our time. They see charisma. They see we're likable. They see that we have passion. We have character. We're accountable for what we do. We have confidence. We're self-motivated, and we have standards. And what y'all don't understand is that we motivate them to motivate themselves. If you look at the average woman out there, most of them don't have self-worth. Most of them don't feel good about them. It's tight. I was on Netflix. I was on Facebook, and they were showing a movie about Jennifer Lopez, and even the great Jennifer Lopez, low self-worth, low self-esteem. She even talks about how she has low self-esteem. She's got all the money and fame and everything, and she talks about her low self-esteem. So it's not like women don't have low self-esteem. It's that when they get with us, they realize that we can make that shift in their mind and say, listen, with a great man, great things come along. With a great man, we will bring a shift in your thinking to take away those things, those doubts, those insecurities. But you have got to check your attitude at the door like you check your boots when you go into the dojo, baby.
And the dojo, baby. So let's hit this nail on the head one more time. Because watch this. Now that you decided to mention Jennifer Lopez and her sense of self-worth, even with having so much fame, status, and money and these things. We watched it was a podcast. I think YouTuber King Sid was hosting it. It was a bunch of women on there, and one of the ladies was on there, and she was like, she lives in Miami, I think, and she's a content creator, whatever. So she's used to that level of status or fame, whatever, in the guys that she's messed with. And she's like, the guys around there only come at her with their credit card. They only come, oh, let me take you shopping, let me take you this. And what y'all don't realize is y'all think that the higher status money woman just want money and status and want to use you, and if you don't make enough money, you can't have them or mess with them and blah, 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 blah. See, I don't even play that game, or I'm not even in that state of mind where my finances or my monetary level even went into the dynamic of my relationship with that woman, unless we are making money together, but that's a whole nother different story. I say that to say, that woman, she was like, no guys can just talk to me. No guys can just, approach me and have a conversation and, just talk to me. They want to talk at me. They want to say, "Oh, let me take you shopping. Let me do this. Let me impress you. Let me put on a grand show enough just for you to open your legs." So by the time she meet a dude like me or like Steve or a man with actual substance and an intuitive visionary, right? Steve, you don't even believe how many women are shocked by my lackadaisical attitude towards pussy. I listen. Can care less. On the tape, I deny more pussy than some niggas get.
That's what I'm saying, my brother.
And even let's change the subject because we ain't gotta make this about pussy.
Yeah,
it's even money.
Yes.
Because guess what, chat? Sometimes money can cost too much.
Yes.
But y'all ain't ready for that debate. And as an individual and as a person, y'all gotta understand where my mind is at when I interact with people, so that when me and her are talking and she gets we get to start peeling the layer of the facades or perception she may have had with me as an individual, and she starts to really see me for who I am, then she can start learning to see herself for who she is. Let's get into it though, Steve. We diving deep, we drowning today.
The knowledge and wealth that we have is, again, I talked about this, Ty. We are like the diamond. We hold ourselves from the market. We don't flood the market with sex. We don't flood the market with.
No, can you hear me on the phone call thing now?
Like that. The one thing that we do the best is when we show a woman our wallet is not in our pocket. The wealth is in our mind, and that's where a lot of guys go wrong. Mm-hmm. We are kings here. We are emperors here. We are gods here. We are all things here. And that's the throw off, because they don't understand that when you get with me, you got one foot out of the door anyway. Yeah, you have to do a lot to stay versus me let you go, because I don't need you. You don't impress me. Your body doesn't impress me. Your clothes do not impress me. I am not worried about you walking away saying you have somebody else. But what's weird though, Ty, is when we're thinking this way, they want us more because they know they can't have us the way they have the average guy who floods himself in the market. He doesn't believe in himself. There's no self-worth, no self-concept, no self-image, no laws, no rules, no codes, no standards, no principles, no narratives, no mission statement, no vision statement, no thought whatsoever of what I am to myself versus what I need to be for her. What can I be for her? Why can I be for her? How can I make her do this? And how can I make her do that? And that's why she has the attitude, because she wants somebody to walk, lead, and direct her where she needs to be. See, with you and I, Ty, we know every woman that's around us, you're a representation of me. So you better handle yourself even when I'm not around, because if you don't handle yourself to my standard, my specification, there's the door. You are more than welcome to go. If you don't like what I'm saying, you're welcome to go. You have an attitude, you're welcome to go. If you want to raise your voice, you're welcome to go. Hell, you know what? You're just welcome to go, because I don't need you like I need me.
I mean, listen, that was that. Couldn't have said it better myself. And what guys don't realize is you can go from begging her to choose you, or begging her to like you, or begging for her approval, to a state of mind where you're warning her not to mess with you. They don't even see. Y'all know y'all game will get to another level when you have to warn a woman before she messes with you. Please listen. Don't. It's not the same. It's not. And they would think this is coming from a place of ego or some sort of arrogance. First of all, my ego is not placed in my perception of my ability to get women. So that that's not even where we're gonna start. But I may warn her because the experience is gonna be so unique. She has to willingly come. It's just not something I want. I want you to do it because of me, but you have to want to do it, because it's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna ask things of you as a woman that no man has even thought about to even ask for or take you to. But we will get to those depths. You will see another side of yourself. You will understand yourself intellectually, spiritually, sexually, mentally, all of the above in a new light. And I am the one who will and can take you there. But you have to know what you're getting yourself into, and you have to be willing to say you will.
Yeah, I call it the Camp Crystal Lake. I always got to give them the warning. And they think it's so funny. You don't want to be with a guy like me. You don't want to be with a guy like me, or a man like me, excuse me, because if you're with a man like me, the first thing you're going to do is, I know you love living on your throne, being worshipped by men as you're a goddess, but there's only one throne with you and I, and it is my throne that you're going to be rolling fruit at my feet, and you're going to be worshiping me. And if you feel that I should be worshiping you, I don't need to worship you, because through me, you will find worship. You will find understanding. You, like you said, you will find things about yourself that you didn't even know that you had. You have no idea. With me, I am going to show you how to navigate your life where you will have more self-worth than you ever had before through me, by spending time with me, because as they don't know their core, they have no idea who they are and what they are. And the problem is they are searching. They want this. And Ty, I always tell them, listen, you loving me, that's going to happen. You're going to fall in love with me. I'm lovable. Have you met me? I'm a lovable motherfucker. You're going to fall in love with me. But number two is that, listen, I don't want your love. Because, you know, I have a conquering mentality. I'm conquering me. I'm conquering worlds in my mind. I'm knocking down forests every day to build new foundations, to build new structures and things like that. So I don't have time to sit around and beg you to do something. You're going to do it or not. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about me. I've got to make me. And I say this for the women out there, and they know I say this all the time. They're just a perk until they show value, but value is not in the body. And that's why they know they have to make a shift with us, Ty, because we will accept nothing less than her all. Because, hey, Ty, hold on a second for all you guys listening. Let me tell you what all is. See, you surface dwellers, you accept her B, C, and D game. When she's with me, she better be on her A game. She better be on her A game. She can, all day she can be on her B game with you guys. But when she get with me, she better be on her A game. Because she's not on her A game, she's gone. Because that's the expectation of a man who lives on his A game. She better step up and show me why I'm giving her my time, because I will easily dismiss her and easily say who's next and sleep like a baby, Ty, so well I'll have my thumb in my mouth sucking it.
My fucking dog just went in, dog. Hey, Jay, I gotta give him a standing ovation for that, dog. And I'm gonna pick it right the fuck up. Because, Steve, guess what? I know after we just been talking for like the past 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just drowning them, just flooding the world, you know, Noah's Ark type of conditions. Guys are probably saying to themselves right now, or anybody's probably saying to themselves right now, well, how do I do it? What do I do? What do I say? It all starts with the relationship you have with yourself. And guess what? I'm not even just going to repeat something I've said before. I'm going to give you a new light. There are people, thoughts, things, perceptions, relationships, whatever, that are separating you from yourself because you are dependent upon them. You are thinking about them. You are relying on them. You are looking to them rather than looking to yourself. Somebody asked me something on Patreon earlier, and I said, no, I have no answer for you. You are your answer. Now here's the time for you to see what it's like to figure shit out on your own when you have no clue what to do. You see, the people who have experienced this or became this at a younger age, because a lot of people like to talk about the fact that I'm 20, I was forced to. I put my back against the wall. I chose to be a man. Conditions of suffering and you know, whatever is going on in the family tree and the history of the past or whatever, I decided, back against the wall, foot to the fucking ground, this is who I'm going to be and this is what I'm going to do. And in my short time of my life, I have made some of my parents' salary in a month. But that's just the monetary, which responded to how I changed as an individual mentally and how I changed as an individual spiritually. And what I decided to do and have as the relationship between me and myself to change the world around me. And when you guys think that it's some sort of line, some gimmicky script, some sort of fake overbearing confidence, which will get you to the result that you want, which you're probably playing a small game, which is probably just pussy. You fail to realize that the world is not the outside in, the world is the inside out. So even what you say or do, that's the outside. There is a filter between your inside to your outside. And we have to change the filter before we can change the outside. But y'all want to change the outside. Tell me what to say. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to do it. But rather than being the person who does. I feel like a preacher today, Steve. We drowning today.
We're drowning because
we drowning.
When I started at 9 years old, at 9, I wanted it, Ty. I wanted it so bad. I thought, guys, listen to me. I thought it was about women at 9. I used to get girls younger. I used to kiss girls and be in the bushes, truth and dare, and spin the bottle and all this stupid. I'm old, guys. So, but when I learned game, I learned self-discovery, and I learned that I couldn't look to somebody else to get the answers that I needed to find for myself. And in order to find those answers, I had to open up my blueprint on me and discover me and understand me and set the tone for me and what I will accept versus what I won't accept. See, the thing that you guys have to be able to do, which is the hardest thing to do, is not walk away from women. It's not tell a woman off. It's not tell a woman what you want. It's not even tell a woman your expectations. It's looking at motherfucking guy in the mirror and saying, I love you. And saying I trust you, and saying I got your back, and saying it's you and me versus the world, and saying you're gonna get knocked down, you're gonna lose, you're not gonna make it, but guess what? I got your motherfucking back. That's where it starts. And see, like Ty was saying, you guys are so in the outside world. I mean, I'm waiting for the next YouTuber to tell me what to do. Is it hypergamy over here, or is it no fap over there? Is it high bioman over here, or is it metal over there? Tell me, almighty ones outside, tell me how I should be myself. And see, the men that you are talking to and seeing right now on this show, we are making it about ourselves, because here's the thing.
Thank you to the mods that changed the title.
I still know nothing. I know nothing because I don't know tomorrow. I don't know that new me tomorrow. But you want to bet something? I can't wait to self-discover him. And one thing I want to say, Ty, when you get it, guys, I always say this, Ty, and nothing makes me sadder, guys, and nothing breaks my heart than having to say goodbye to me today, to say goodbye to the guy I love, admire, I stalk him. I'm his number one fan, and to have to say goodbye to him is okay. Sometimes it's hard to let that person go because you feel so great with him, but I have to let him go because tomorrow's me is much better than who I am today. And who I am today was better than yesterday me. Why? Mm-hmm. Because I looked in the mirror. I didn't look to nobody else. I didn't look to my mom, my dad, my pastor. Because Ty, let me tell you something. I tell them all the time. You guys out there are nothing but handed down stories from your loving parents, from your pastors, from the TV, from the music videos, and even from the movies, and you believe that stuff. One of these days, you'll look in the mirror and rediscover yourself, and everything's going to change when you actually fall madly in love with yourself, Ty.
Mm-hmm. And guys, what y'all, now I'm going to try to make this motivational for y'all to reapply it to the picture. What you may have to realize is that not only do you need yourself, not only do you need to be there for you, you need you more than ever at all times and at any time in any given moment. You always need you, so you have to be there for you. But for some people, in some circumstances, in some situations, you could be the difference that makes a difference. Do not let that fly over your head. Steve is a father. I am a sibling, a son, a grandson, a cousin, a whatever. There are networks to which we are fit into, that the more man we become, a rising tide lifts all boats. I can teach somebody how to run a business, reinvent themselves and recreate themselves and change their family tree, all because I am doing it and have done it and creating this life for myself. So it is not a matter of arrogance or cockiness or ego. We are talking real shit here, real life things. We are not here to say, because guess what? Comfort is the biggest killer of finding out what you could be. Because as long as you are comfortable, as long as you think it's okay, it's fine, it's good enough, it's all right, you will die there. Maybe not physically, but your potential dies every day because you feel good. And you feel good for the wrong reasons. Comfort makes me uncomfortable. Laying down, being lazy, slouching, and wasting my potential, that thought haunts me. Like the fucking boogeyman in my closet. Follows me around like my shadow. I am miserable and haunted sitting on the couch being lazy, ain't doing shit. That does not make me feel good. I feel good doing something, looking myself in the past and saying, God damn, what did we just do? What did I just find out about myself? How did I just push myself to do something new and become something that I didn't know I could have become? And then now with this relationship with myself, we high-fiving each other, can't wait to try something new, challenging ourselves and pushing ourselves. That's what my feel good is. So you might have to change the whole system and be realistic with yourself.
Yeah. Ty, even that you say try something new. Matter of fact, I was telling my boy I'm on YouTube and I saw they got these relaxing jazz music and lo-fi music sounds that you can play and stuff with a little bit of anime. I was like, why not lay game with that? I'm doing something new. I'm working on music to lay game on top of anime because I'm trying to expand. But for you guys out there to understand your alpha and all this, Ty, I used to do back in the late 90s when I was doing all this stuff. I used to tell guys, and all you guys out there, get a quarter. All you guys listening on TyKwonDoe side of my side, just go on your couch, just grab a quarter. That's all you got to do. Grab a quarter to understand the power that you have. You see, gentlemen, this quarter represents where wars have been started because someone wanted to stick something inside of something no bigger than the size of a quarter. Your love for women is stuck in this. Nothing no bigger than the size of a quarter. But once you realize you can take the power out of the quarter, she is going to be powerless and she is going to follow you. Women who have a lot of self-esteem issues, they like sometimes y'all worship them and all that other stuff. But what I'm saying is this is not manipulation. Ty and I are not here to manipulate women. We're not here to deceive women. We're not here to lie to women. Matter of fact, our truth is why they love to be loved by us and wanted or thought of by us, because we are going to honestly make them something that they've never seen before. See, remember, gentlemen, Ty and I, this is what it is like at your core. This is what you're going to be like. So think about this. If you are amazed by what you see right now, what do you think she is when she realizes, oh man, if I just give Ty, oh my God, let me get at Ty. Let me show Ty that, I have an attitude with all these other guys, but oh no, Ty, I'm gonna go ahead and then submit, and I'm gonna take the knee and kiss the ring. Because real quick, guys, y'all don't judge me. I'm just keeping it real, because I used to be a whore, slut, and an ex-gigolo. I'm gonna tell you all this. I'm being honest with you. There are times I used to be in bed with them, and they would rub my face and tell me how cute my little cupcake ass is. And then when the phone rings, they say, hold on one second, baby. What you want? Stop calling me. I'm sick of this. And then they would hang the phone up like, I'm sorry.
Yell that nigga head off.
Yeah, yell at him. But I'm sorry, baby. And then you know what? Why do you treat him like that? I don't know. I don't even like him. Guys, what we're saying to you is this, man. You can be, what I'm talking about. You can
I'm dying because they be thinking that is something that is in her veins or something, and she just, that monster needs to, get her out of here. Something's wrong with her.
Yeah, they listen. Everybody, listen to me. You control all things. You're king. but you must be a king of your castle. You cannot be a king of somebody else's castle, but you must show the woman, in order to even get inside of your castle, what are you bringing to my life that no one else is? And Ty, you know what I told the guys yesterday? All my guys are listening. And I tell guys today, if y'all got your notebooks out, I tell all you guys out there, write a C for the letter cat. And then from C, write an A for the letter apple. And then from the A, write a letter T for Tom, R for railroad, and D for duck or whatever. And if you write those things down and put 1 through 5 under each one of those things, this is the thing that you've got to ask yourself, because Ty has his answer. I don't even need to ask Ty this question or anything. He knows this because he lives this, but you don't, because no one's ever told you this. What is it now? If you choose from the C, that means your curiosity. What are the 5 things that she has to do outside of her body to demand your curiosity? The next thing, attention, the A. What are the 5 things that she has to do to be worth attention? The next one is a T for time. What are the 5 things that she has to do to be worth your time? And then R for respect. What are the 5 things that she has to do to earn your respect? And then last but not least is the D for you know what to do. But what I'm saying to you guys, what are the 5 things that she has to do to earn the
Just drop the fucking bomb. Just drop the fucking bomb. Because I was going to make a point and go in on how where guys don't even realize to, just to draw them back and connect it back to the title to see how they can make it spin full circle, is if you want this aggressive woman that you complain about, she's all masculine and she's just a mess and women shouldn't be masculine, women should be that and blah, blah, blah. Okay. When she interacts with you, what is she submitting to? What is in her mind? What do you think she even thinks that she gains from submitting to you? What justification would go behind her making that decision? Because this is y'all to understand about masculinity and femininity and submission versus assertiveness. That submission and femininity in itself is in a much more vulnerable state of being. So therefore, there has to be a level of trust in doing that action. And that trust or that comfort in doing that action, you guys aren't man enough to give that sense of security, trust, and comfort, which would take away the anxiety of, or like you said, Steve, earlier, if she is more man, if your pussy is tighter than hers, then she is the man. And she will be. And women will decide fast, because guess what? For a lot of the times, they are, subconsciously, they take care of the family or the children, and they, worry about these things in that nature. These women have developed so much so that, y'all complain about the independent woman. Well, there was once upon a time where she was at bay of the man and anything or any and everything that he does. This is a very vulnerable and uncertain state for a woman. And now these women have decided, you know what? I'm going to claim my own stake. I'm going to get my own independence. I'm going to try to make my own security and safety. And you can't even provide this for yourself as a man. Why would she lay herself in your arms and close her eyes and say, direct me to the way, when you have no way?
Gentlemen, I don't want to drown you guys, but this is what Ty is saying to you guys. When she's looking at you, she's not looking at, okay, he's got a nice Rolex watch, he's got a nice pair of shoes, and he's got a nice Armani suit. She's not looking at that. She's looking beyond that. She's saying, are you man enough to have expectations? Are you man enough to start and finish what you go after? Are you man enough to go after what you want with no excuses? Are you man enough to take that shot any and every time, regardless of the situation? Are you man enough to choose the simplicity, the beauty and simplicity of things versus looking at the complications and the excuses? Are you man enough to respond immediately when I get out of tune, when I get out of order, when I challenge you? Are you man enough to respond with great force of the mind and not the hand, of the mind, to not only correct me, but let me know this will not happen again? Are you man enough to surround yourself with people that I want to surround myself as far as women go? Because you're a great man who does great things. So through you, I need to find a new set of women that are not always dogging men out, running their mouth and complaining all the time. Are you man enough to always work on your mental strength? Because with your mental strength, I am going to get that mental strength from you, because as a woman, I have no mental strength. My mental strength is in my makeup. My mental strength is in my weave, my nails, my eyeliner, my makeup, my push-up bras, my tight clothes. Are you man enough to be my mental rock? Are you man enough to speak for yourself? Are you man enough to stand up for yourself? Are you man enough to teach me how to be a better woman? Because I don't even know what a woman is, because I never met a man. Are you man enough?
Steve, I think we are killing them today, man. We are blowing their heads off. Did we plan this, Steve? Did we script this? Did we practice this? This is just feeding off of the top of each other's energy. And this is what I'm gonna say and add to that last point that you made, is what guys don't realize is, imagine we do meet a woman of that nature. You know, she's very superficial, very insecure, mentally. You know, her mind is in a whole nother place when it comes to her self-esteem or perception of her life. It's almost like a shark smelling blood. You see such a raw a raw mind which is waiting to be free and struggling to hold on to what it believes it thinks it needs for itself. But to just be that person is such a blessing to, not like you said, Steve, because guys don't even understand that metaphor of, well, it's the difference between she lets you fuck versus she wants you to fuck, and then we want the invitation, not the permission. So what they don't realize is it's not just an invitation of me fucking physically, but it is the invitation here, the submission and the letting go and saying, you know what, take me to depths I can't go. Take me somewhere where I thought I would drown. Take me somewhere where I thought didn't exist. Allow me to reintroduce what she's doing is allowing us to reintroduce herself to a version of herself which she didn't even know existed. And y'all think that the game is in pickup lines. The game is not in confidence. The game is not in the one lines of that was smooth, or this guy slid in her DM and he fucked, and all of that is replaceable. She could have 10 bodies. It could be 10 million different things to slide her DM and get her number.
Yes.
Y'all don't understand the level that our game goes to as a man. So y'all place this superficial bullshit on us, which is basic. Which is, the bar is set so low for what y'all think game is, that when I see some of this shit and y'all be like, oh, look at this, that was smooth and all. That is the bare minimum. For if anything, for me, where game doesn't even start yet.
Yes, absolutely. Let me see if we can bring this call in. Area code 405. Can you hear us?